Jade was clearly gay for Tori. Here's how I know. So, in honor of Pride Month, I thought I'd talk about the potentially queer relationship between Tori Vega and Jade West in the famous Nickelodeon show Victorious, which I'm assuming most of y'all have seen by now. And the reason why I wanted to make this is because I feel like Tori and Jade would have been together. If it wasn't on Nickelodeon, Nickelodeon wasn't really on that LGBT shit, back in the early 2010s. But if Tori and Jade, or Victorious was on another network, I think that they would have gotten together, and I think they would have made a great relationship. So let's just jump right into it. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. We on the road to 10K. She's a runner, she's a track star. So let's just get right into it. So reasons why I think that Jade was clearly gay for Tori. Let's start with Exhibit A. The closeted theory. I think Jade had secret romantic feelings for Tori, and the only way she could hide them was expressing her frustration by being mean to Tori. There's just some things that you notice and you're like, hold up, wait a second. Like, for example, when Beck broke up with Jade, Tori was the only friend that Jade felt like she could come to. She gave a lame excuse like, oh, I didn't want anyone cool to see me, but I mean, you could have seen Robbie, you could have seen Kat. I wouldn't really consider those characters cool, but you decided to go to Tori when you were at your most vulnerable. Why is that? I feel like Jade could only go to Tori because she has a soft spot for her and felt like she could trust her enough to be able to confide in her. I feel like Jade expresses her anger towards Tori, is mean to Tori because, she has those secret romantic feelings. And it kind of makes sense, with the type of person Jade is. We've seen her father in that walk episode, especially to note that Tori decided to help Jade. If these two characters hate each other so much, why are they always there for each other? Like, what is the reason? When you look at Jade's dad, in that episode, he kind of gives off conservative, homophobic vibes. So it would kind of make sense if Jade was closeted, never given the opportunity to express herself, at home. I mean, it could fuel the reason as to why she could potentially be queer. But because Jade can't be herself at home with her strict father, she bottles up all that anger, all that negative energy, and puts it towards Tori, and is frustrated about liking someone like Tori, because I think that Jade doesn't really, at first she didn't really fuck with Tori. I think it's just a reaction to Tori's resistance. Tori, is the only one. Tori and Beck are the only characters in the show that resist against Jade, and Jade likes resistance. Jade likes it when people stand up to her, and Tori is the only one that stands up to her. So I think Jade is secretly attracted to that, and that resistance between them makes them come closer together. So that's my theory. Jade expresses her anger towards Tori in an attempt to hide her confused romantic feelings for her. It makes sense to me. It makes sense for Jade to be confused about her sexuality. I mean, that's normal. And coming from, her background with her dad, it makes sense too. Tori is the only person that Jade has ever been vulnerable to. I think that's important to note. So I think it's just a closeted feelings, suppressed feelings that Jade has towards Tori. And that's my theory. Exhibit B, we got Tori and Jade's playdate, aka the necklace storyline. So the infamous necklace, right? Tori has this necklace that she wears throughout the show, and in this episode, Tori and Jade, they go on a play date. Psychoids basically force them to go on a date with each other so that they can build their chemistry for a play in which they play husband and wife. Even I think the writers created this episode to give a little nod to the viewers of the show, to let them know that this relationship would have been a queer relationship if not for it being on Nickelodeon. Because why do we need this episode? Why do we need Tori and Jade to have better chemistry? Why do they need to play husband and wife? I just remember watching this as a kid and just being like, there's something going on. There's def queer subtext within this. In the beginning, they hate that they have to play husband and wife together. They go on the date, they grow their relationship, chemistry gets stronger. By the end of the show, their chemistry is better, their bond is stronger, and it feels like they have a liking to each other now. It feels like they have feelings for each other. It kind of feels like the writers wanted to make it seem as though they're together. So obviously they couldn't actually put them together, so how do they symbolize them being together? With a necklace. Tori wears this specific necklace, this ugly ass necklace throughout the show. And then after this episode, Jade starts wearing the necklace. This is supposed to represent that they're together, or they would have been together. What other reason would Jade have to wear the necklace after they go on that date? I personally think it's because they were supposed to be together for that reason. It's also important to mention that Jade's favorite movie is The Scissoring. What is that supposed to mean? Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? I also believe that, you know, like I said, Jade is way more vulnerable to Tori. She's more vulnerable to Tori than she is to her own boyfriend, Beck, you know? Like I mentioned, when Beck broke up with Jade, Tori was the only one that Jade could confide to. You know, Jade opened up about her relationship with her father to Tori, which is very personal for her. In the walk episode, when she wanted to create that perfect play for her father, and Tori was the only one that could help her. Also, we could tell that Jade has a sweet spot for Tori. When the Tori goes platinum, Jade decides not to perform. Instead of Tori, she tells her that, you know, she doesn't want to do that to her because Tori didn't want to stab her behind her back by kissing Beck, her ex-boyfriend. So how can these people hate each other? They're supposedly supposed to hate each other so much, but they're always looking out for each other, always doing nice things for each other, and it kind of just feels like it's more than just a friendship. In the stage fighting episode, you know, Tori has said, oh, I don't want us to go back and forth, be back and forth. Maybe if I'm nice to you, you could be nice to me. And it just feels like the whole show is surrounded around their relationship, and it feels like their relationship is, for some reason, the most important relationship. Why is that? I think it's a low-key queer relationship. And lastly, let's talk about Exhibit C, the sexual tension. There's a lot of examples of sexual tension between Tori and Jade. Supposedly, Jade doesn't like to be touched, but Tori touches her all the time. There's different episodes where Jade is allowing Tori to touch her. Remember in that episode, the Christmas episode, there was some sexual tension there when Jade told Tori, when they were doing the body search, it was like, don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
I thought that was crazy. You know, there's also some other sexual examples. I remember when in the April Fool's blank episode, when Jade pulled up on Tori, and Tori was like, kind of, she looked like a gazelle trying to attract the mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I remember, you know, being younger, even as a youngin', I was like, yo, this kind of give me some gay vibes. Like, I just personally feel like there was plenty of examples of them kind of being a little promiscuous. Yes, being promiscuous towards each other. And it's like, we're not gonna let that slide. Like, there's obviously subtext within these scenes. Why Tori is the only one Jade allows to touch her, I don't know. There's a lot of examples of them touching each other more than friends should, and even them, they're not even supposed to be friends, right? But why are they this intimate? So the show starts with Tori and Jade and ends with Tori and Jade, and I personally think that this relationship, like I said, would have been a real thing if it wasn't on Nickelodeon. I fully would have supported it. I think if they did a reboot, I think they would actually get together. I would love to see that. I think Tori and Jade make a better relationship than Tori and Beck, or Jade and Beck, or Tori and Andre, or Jade and Andre. I think Tori and Jade were very solid, you know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I just wanted to make this video because, you know, it's been dawning on my mind for a little bit. Guys, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know what type of videos you want to see, what other shows you may want me to talk about. We're on the road to 10K, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Love.
First start thinking I'm swinging. I don't like going through phones, you know I'm the man. I'ma figure out who you been lately. I've been observing.